record. Once it's hit record, hey, so welcome. So earlier today we did a session and it was covering the basics of basically setting up your profile, the stuff that people take for granted. And you can watch that on the replay. That will be you'll be able to watch that on a replay in regards to setting up your profile, fully optimizing it, making sure you have a profile picture, just giving you a little summary. Your bio's there, you got your call to action, you've got your social media there, as in your LinkedIn, your YouTube, your Instagram, your X, whatever you have. And Iskra was on the call previously and she was asking about TikTok. And I said, what I do is I use the link to direct people to my TikTok because at the moment, Skool doesn't have a section for TikTok. What TikTok? I'm just messing with you. So that's one of the things. And then also as well, everyone uses it different. There's no right or wrong way to do it. So there was another new squad member to the new squad member just joined us, Justin. So welcome, Justin's just joined the squad. And we just had Jimmy just joined us a few minutes ago, which is we're growing. We are growing. I did say this is going to be happening. And how Justin does his actual social media, or is he connects, he doesn't have any. So what he has is just a link and it connects everyone to his about page. And then when you go on his about page from his profile, it links everyone to his testimonials, and that's how he's got it set. So everyone, you can, there's many different ways to set up. The most important thing is you have it set up and you have something there and you're using your digital real estate. So we're going to be moving on from there. You can watch that on demand. It's available in the community to watch it. And I'm going to make a little section where everything is accessible in the classroom, but it's still on the community. But you can easily find certain posts and so forth. Okay. So where we're going to be going from there now, we've done that. We were talking about onboarding. So just giving you a summary. So onboarding is when someone joins your community, and this is, I'm just going to quickly ask you a quick question. We're not going to go into much onboarding because we already talked about it this morning. And I know some of you are not able to make the earlier morning call, but I thought it would be a disservice to be repeating myself and not really just giving you guys more in a day. So I thought, why continue on with the same thing and just do a duplicate of last call? It wouldn't make sense. So let's just continue on from there and you can watch it in your own time. Is that fair enough? All right. And like I did say on the previous call, if you guys want to get access to me, want more support, you can get me, you can upgrade to a premium or VIP to get more help, more support. And that's the way it's going to work because there's only so much of me that can get around, and today is just been I've been swamped, but I really want to help you and I'm doing my best to do so. And I feel that with your help and support, sharing your screen, asking questions, I can deliver so much more. There is so many different things we can go into, but depending on the need. But where we're at right now is onboarding. When someone joins your community, do they know immediately where they're going? And that's what we covered this morning. Do they know where they're going? Do they understand what your community is about? Have you reached out to them? Have you done a video? Have you done an audio notes? Have you directed them somewhere else where they can connect with you? Because these are the things you really want to do. Because with Skool, when you do a DM, it's really cold. It's just text. Unless you go out of your way to do a voice note on your phone and send them a voice message, it's very cold. And you have to understand, we all, us as humans, any one of you love rejection, throw your hands up like you just don't care, as high as possible to the ceiling, and let me know, you know what I mean? Please do, you know? So I want you to really think about that. So when you're going into a community, think about it for yourself. And I do believe my training is completely unique for anyone else's training, I have to admit. We laugh, we have fun. It's so not corporate, but it's really serious and this can generate you some really good income when you actually implement what I teach you. Um, so one of the things I want you to understand is when someone joins your community, when someone joins the squad, what I immediately usually ask you, if I haven't asked you already, you would have seen a post about it. I ask you for your affiliate URL. Not because I want to stare at it, think to myself how close of the number is to number 11. None of those reasons. Okay. I want that your affiliate ID because when someone I know that's come from your community, and maybe they haven't even come to the squad yet, and I might have met them on another social media platform, but I know they came from, for example, Lydia, they came from your community, School Nexus. No, Lydia, not Lydia. What am I talking? Lisa. I'm thinking of Lydia because I messaged Lydia earlier. I was actually wondering if she was going to join the call, but Lisa. So they come from School Nexus, and I know they've come from there. So what I would be like would be, hey, I know what community you came from. So you will join Lisa through my affiliate link, but not my link. It'll be Lisa's affiliate link. And that's how I operate. That's how I do things, because I want it to be that we all earn and learn at the same time. So this is where the earn and learn kind of thing comes from it. And it's a 50-50. And that's how I run the squad. That's how I do things in the squad, because I really want everyone, not only if well, let me just put it this, if I know you guys ain't smiling, so it's fine. So all you need to do is divert the money back to me and I'll smile even more. Okay, I'll give it to someone that actually wants it. All right, yeah, we could do that. Someone just joined annually, and that person joined via link by another squad member, so they've earned 50% of someone who's just joined annually. So if you do the maths and think about it, you got standard, you got premium, and you got VIP. So whatever level they came in at, that person got 50% for that person joining today. Somebody else joined today, and someone else got 50% for someone joining on a monthly. So the squad's earning money. And at some point, you will be earning money. And the luckiest one in the room right now, by a crazy vote, was Anthony. She won Squad Hero of the Week. So congratulations to you. So I'm sharing out a link as we speak, just pushing it out everywhere. It's gone out on where's it gone out? On LinkedIn Community Roll Call. So any one of you that go on the LinkedIn Community Roll Call, if you put your information of your community on there and you click repost, it'll get to a bigger network. More of us will grow together. And yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. So your link and Anthony's link is on there. So when anyone decides to join the squad, they're going to be directed to her because she won. And this is how we do things. So I just wanted to talk about the fact of when you're connecting with your community, what you want to be thinking about is that for some people say it's overwhelming, but you really want to make them feel welcome. Correct? We want to make them feel welcome, right? We do, surely. No? We don't? Okay, we don't. Naranda says no. Okay, fair enough, Naranda. I get you. I hear you.
You
You don't
damn
want to.
liar.
Good to see you. You know? And
Hi.
like really want to think to yourself like this. Now, I really want to get you out of this position where everyone is say how many like if you can, if you've got yourself on off, you can do it safely. Unmute and just let us know how many members is in your community. Feel free, don't be embarrassed, it's fine. Just share what the number is.
As of this morning, I'm at 39.
Fantastic. Okay. So so Anthony's on 39. And I would say 39 people were sitting in a car right now. Would she be comfortable?
I don't know.
It's a big number, right? It's a big number. What about if 39 people was in your kitchen, Angela? Would you be happy if 39 people all around you right now? Complete
While I
strangers?
was cooking and they strangers, nah. But they can come
No?
after I cook.
Ah!
I don't want to
Okay.
feed nobody. I can feed the people, but don't come while
Okay.
I cook.
Okay. So how
I
many
feel
people's
you
in
on
your
that one.
community, Angela? How many people's in your
Um,
community right now?
right now, I have 100, I think 143
Okay.
people.
So
And
scrap the
about
39. 143 people in your kitchen right now, would you? How would you feel?
no.
Why not? Why not?
I would feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, would there be personal space? Would you be able to move your arms around?
No. No, not in
No.
my kitchen. Maybe if they went to the living room.
If they were plus size?
No.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely
So no,
not.
so no room, no room, no room, no? Okay. Okay. What about if they were all talking at the same time?
It would be noisy.
Okay. Okay. So these are the things you want to think about. You want to think about things really in the reality. If you had all these people, even if it's just 39 people, it's graph. How many people's in your community? And welcome to the call.
Happy to be here. In my bigger community, 79 at the moment.
Okay, so
Without
79 people.
me, 77. Like, yeah.
Okay. 77 people with you right now and where you are sitting. Is that comfortable?
Oh, absolutely not. One
Can you
tenth
move
of
your
them.
arms?
6, 7. 6, 7 is okay.
Yeah? Can you move your arms open or would you? Okay, fair enough. So you see, this is the thing because a lot of people want so many people in your community, but you don't think that if you pull it in the perspective of reality, how would that make you feel? Lisa, how many people's in your community?
Nix's is now 93.
Congratulations. Is there space for 93 people around you right now?
Definitely not.
Okay, okay. And how about
Outside in
yourself?
the desert, yes.
Miranda, how about yourself? How much is in your community?
I have 52.
52. Is there space for 52 right now around you? Can
Hell
they sit on
no.
your chair? Huh?
No.
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 Okay. Okay.
No.
All right. Sure. Can they?
Mm-mm.
All right. Fair enough. Fair
No.
enough. All right, okay. Okay. But the reason why I'm asking you this is because when someone comes into your community, you've got that many people in. Now,
Mm.
if it's just you talking and no one else is talking, what's happening? It's just you becoming a dictator, right? So what you want to do is on your onboarding process, you really want to make them feel welcome and you want to break the ice. And there's different ways to do it. Everyone does it differently. Like I know Iskra, the way she does it is she welcomes the person in, she finds out about them, she puts a lot of information into it, and she directs them where to go. Now I know that personally from Iskra because I've seen her do it. But how would you say? How do you do things, Naranda?
I don't put anybody on blast. I
No.
don't put, since my community is more about like focused on like the health aspects, and it's a personal journey and it's more of a personal growth type of thing. I don't feel a need to sit there and say, hey, jump in here and put yourself out there, what have you. There's a welcome post and then there's a welcome part 2 post. So the welcome post tells you, hey, you can go in here, go into the, go to read, watch the video of me saying, hey, this is about the community. And then the second post tells you, hey, if you want to talk about yourself, here you go, it's down here. And then you have word of the day, you have all the other posts that I post on a daily, and then obviously the community all jumps in. And then in the DMs after the automatic post that goes to them as soon as they enter the community, I make sure I go in immediately and talk to them in there and let them know, hey, by the way, this is the situation at hand. I want you guys to engage with every single one of us. This is not just a community. I built a family base. We all joke around. We all make sure that we engage with each other in every aspect, in every sense of life that we have left in there, and that's how, so far so good, knocking on wood, we've been doing great. So,
And I
Andrew,
love
you
that.
in there, you could talk shit, so go ahead. If you
I,
want.
I love that. And the reason why I asked is because I know yours is different. That you have a different approach, and there's nothing wrong. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just how you deliver, how you reach out to your community. I mean, you personally reach out on the DMs, don't you? You reach out, you personally, So that's a good thing. How about yourself, Lisa?
In my Nexus community, I'm actually getting bored with it at the moment because we had such a huge influx suddenly at the end of last week. I mean, I got 23 members in 2 days. It was just crazy. But yeah, that's consistency that paid off. One of them
Nice.
was 11 on one day where me and Andrew, I didn't even realize the 11 thing, but yeah, to get back, it was this normal thing of welcome, all the names and feel welcome. But I'm starting to get bored with it because if it's going to stay like this, I think people are getting to a point where they say, oh, it's another welcome post. But how it is at the moment is I do a welcome post with the names and then I put a little paragraph with it to go directly to classroom, to the classroom get started here. And then there I've got a couple of things you can read through about how you can start doing your things in the community because it's mostly about you then promoting your community and what you may and may not, and I try not to do it may not do because it sounds then very rigid, but what you can do to promote your community.
Okay. Okay. And Iskra, because I spoke for you, please do share your process as
This is
well.
excellent. I'm part of a community.
I
I'm
know, I
sorry.
know.
Yeah, so my community, it's also for personal development, but also internal transformation and external expression. And the way I do it is thanks God, I don't have that many people joining at the same time, and I'm still doing individual welcome posts for everyone. But I research them. I research their social media, I research their communities, and I create a very personalized welcome post. And then I tell them, okay, just say hello below, but then go to the start here, which is the main thread where people introduce themselves, which has, I don't know, 130, 150 comments. And it's the place, if someone wants to learn something about another member, they should go there and check it. And I also connect on the DMs. I have this automated but very simple, so it feels human greeting, because we spoke with you earlier today, like we're covering like from New Zealand and Australia to Alaska, and all these people, when they join, it's good to be greeted immediately. And then what I do, sometimes I do a Loom video to respond to their proper introduction in the main thread, in the start here. And I ideally would love for them to go through the onboarding process, which is in the classroom, but I realized that I made it a little complicated. So I'm going to simplify it and say, and even put a map, take the quiz, and from here you design your journey. So this is where I'm at the moment. I'm redesigning to simplify, because I know how powerful it is, and I don't want them to miss on that.
Yeah, see, there's no actual right or wrong way of doing it. The most important thing is that you make sure that the member that your members that are coming in, they feel welcome, they feel seen. Most importantly, these are the things that you want to be taken into account. And the process of going into the classroom is still connected to the community, especially if you're looking to get activity, you want to get engagement. And some of you are chasing a star. I don't know whether you are or you're not. If you are, there's nothing wrong with it. Who doesn't want accolades and little symbols next to their names, with a little flame and then a star and then a rocket. Who doesn't want that? You can if you want. There's no harm in that. And you can do when you start implementing these practices and actually welcoming people in,
But
making sure they feel
yeah,
connected. Go on, Iskra.
I
Iskra,
just wanted to say that, yeah, do you hear me? Do you see me, hear me
I
now?
can hear you
Because I
and see
think
you.
my internet was a little, yeah. So what I notice, and I'm constantly asking for feedback and checking through posts or other things, like I have quite a number of people who are neurodivergent, and I know that this is a label and a cliche, and I don't like cliches. I'm just trying to see another word, that we're all very different. And I know that for some people, overstimulation is a lot. Sometimes it's a lot to me. And that's why I'm trying to see to not overdo it, and to let them be more like, for people to find what they search for. And that's why I'm now, I mean, I learned yesterday from one of the members in, I think, in my other community, that I actually have to give a bigger range of options to answer a poll, because the first one was yay, then the other was and then the third one was nay. And she said I would choose something in between. And because it didn't match me, that's why I didn't pick an option. And then I realized, like, I have to cater to more styles and to give more options, which might seem overwhelming, but for some people, it is actually the right thing. So it's very interesting to learn from the community members and observe and try to be there for them, because I believe that it's important, so that they know that they don't get into a box and they have to fit in the box, but actually there is someone alive there who is listening and seeing them.
I absolutely love that. As well, one of the things that I love what you mentioned is the fact that understanding the community, getting to know the members is very important. And one of the things that I would like to mention is that sometimes we kind of like, if you want to own up to it, you don't have to. But who does stuff the way they like to do it? Who does it that I want to do it this way, and I'm gonna, because it looks nice, and I want to be different. You do, yeah? Angela says yes.
Yep, yep,
Yes,
it's them,
yes,
and
we do.
I quickly find out they like, but I want it this way, and I'm like, okay, I have to rearrange stuff. Like it's a eye awakening. I had a call yesterday, and they were like, yeah, but I don't know why you ask me these questions, because then it makes me think, and I was like, but that's the purpose. And they like, but I don't want to think hard all the time, and I'm like, okay, okay. So yeah, you have to kind of listen to what they want.
All right. And did you want to say something?
I find right now I have to, because my people are a little bit more shell shocked, I want to say. Um, they're dealing with a lot of overstimulation from home, in the house, office, family duty. Like, it's a lot that they're going through. So they kind of want somebody to make a decision for them.
Yep.
And so I do it in a very soft and a very calming way. Like, I just had a girl come in. She has ADHD, and she came from Mike, and she said that she had a craft room, like she's an artist, and she said she had a craft room that was just overwhelming for her, like she really needed to. So the way that I addressed it was, as an artist, I understand what you're dealing with. Everything needs to have a place. I get it. So let's start wherever is comfortable for you, at your own pace. And I left her a that's how I wrote it. And then I followed up, somewhere I did a voice or a video. I connected her to one of my videos, and it told her the same thing. And she replied, one sentence just calmed me and made me feel secure. I love that.
Okay.
That's
We got,
beautiful.
yeah, very much so.
So that's what I'm finding. The people that come into me, they're already like, and they come in and they want somebody to calm them. They want somebody to reassure them that they're not going crazy. So when they come into mine, I do a couple of things. I have that welcome video, then I have the welcome post for them to come in and say who they are, introduce themselves, give me some pictures, tell me something that's on your bucket list, tell me about your kids, like that sort. So what I do in the DM, I give them those links to go directly. I don't tell them, oh, go in the classroom. I give them the actual link. So all they got to do is click on it, and it takes them right, because they need direction. They want somebody to tell them where to go.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's quite deep. That's quite deep. Your everyone's community is different. Your one is more to do with, a lot of people don't want to share their insecurities. They don't want to share the fact they hold clutter. So that's a different kind of subject. It's like everyone's got different communities here. One of the things I would like to ask is, what categories are you listed under for Discovery? Your main community on Discovery, are you, what is the one listed under?
I'm under self-improvement.
Okay, okay,
I'm listed under money.
money.
Self-improvement.
Mine main community, yeah, is self-improvement. It's 500, around 500. My other, which is about the speaking, public speaking, is in relationship, is 170.
It's in relationship. Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
because you develop relationship with the community and with yourself to find your voice.
Are you using a lot of keywords in your community that says relation?
I use connection and relationships, yeah. But I
Because they
asked
do.
them to change it. They had put it in money, which has nothing to do with money. Like, I mean, obviously, eventually, when people start speaking on stage or putting content and other things, it will bring money. But actually, the transformation is, you know, and also is about connection. So
So
when you learn to connect with the audience, then whether on stage, whether through writing or on video, this is essentially it's about relationships. So they agreed with me.
yeah, because I was thinking to myself, why did they put you in money? I guess it's a default setting. Angela, would you say you're money?
Yeah, because I'm directly talking to a business owner about setting a business foundation.
Okay.
So yeah,
Is everyone else happy with their categories? Lisa?
I'm also in money with both of them. Initially, I wondered if Nexus must be in money, but now I've pushed so hard that I'm now under the 500. I just broke 500 today. So
Oh, nice.
That's
Congratulations.
yeah,
amazing. That's
I'm
very
so
big.
excited. For
Hey,
me, that was a big thing.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay, that's
That I
amazing.
decided I'm staying there. I'm chasing the star where I am now.
Wow,
Okay.
that's
Okay. Congratulations. That is
and I
good.
have one in spirituality. The feng shui is in
Oh, that
Sure, yeah.
spirituality.
that definitely should be in spirituality. So
You
Yeah.
peaceful
go,
and calm.
girl.
I want to talk to you about. I want to do some.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
want to. Yeah, because I got a
Let's
couple
talk.
of people that I know need that.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk tomorrow. We will message. We will exchange our links. Yeah, definitely. But
Love that.
Andrew went through it. Yeah, you went through the feng shui program and it was magical.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of decluttering, but one of the things I was mentioning is the fact that we always love our own way. And
Yeah.
I had in the classroom, because I just wanted to do things differently, it said paths. And I was so happy with it. It's like, yeah, paths, path one, path two. And then I had a conversation with Iskra and she was like, well, which path do I take? And I was like, oh my God. What? I was like, oh my God. And I was like, no. But the thing is, I understood and I just changed it to steps. But this is the thing. Sometimes we like to do things our own way, but it's better to find out what the feedback from your community. Get the feedback from your community, see what they're saying, how they feel about certain things, just to see. Because what I did was with my onboarding process at the start was really, really terrible. And I've made some changes. And since I made the changes, now everyone is doing intro posts. Before they wasn't not doing intro posts. But I have to remember this community is still very new. We've just touched 2 months. We're at 100, almost, well, we're coming up to 170 members. So, and it's just turned, I'm not being counting the days anymore, but I'm sure we're 2 months now. Because November the 11th, anyone want to do the maths, how many days we've been going for is relatively new, the community. And we're at page 3, rank 69, money, you know?
Wow,
So,
that's amazing.
Wow, amazing.
Look at
yeah,
us.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
yeah,
Look what happens when I get
yeah.
sick.
I witnessed the whole evolution. I witnessed the whole
Mm.
evolution of this community for how many
Yes,
months
yes,
back.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
awesome.
And the thing is, as well,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. It's us together as we're all the squad, so it's down to all of us that's made it happen. It's just not me. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is I've figured out how discovery works. It doesn't work by what I thought it worked by. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and I've come to the conclusion that they're not counting how much activities you've done every day. What they're doing is the average of 30 days.
Wow.
Do you want me to repeat that slowly? They're not counting your activity of every day. They're counting your average of 30 days. The last 30 days, they do the average of how much it is. Because what happened when I went to the event in London, the Skool in reality, real life, or RRL, but I keep on finding it funny to say that because some people believe it means it's an Irish community or it's an Irish gathering, which is quite hilarious. As I had me in stitches. Even at
I
one
did
point,
do I did. I did. I did.
I did at one point
I
as
really
well. I own
did.
up to it. I own up to it. You know what I mean? So
I thought
funny.
it's something with soccer,
Oh
like
my god.
the leagues with
In
soccer
real
or
life,
something.
right?
Yeah, like football, yeah, RL. So I went to an IRL, and everyone was like, "What? You went to an Irish convention?" I'm like, "No, no, it's in real life." So the funny thing about it is that when I did, wasn't active. I don't know if anyone even noticed, but I was hardly anywhere in the squad because I had no signal. And where I don't know if they did it in purpose, but it was basement, so there's no signal there, and I couldn't connect to the internet. I'm just laughing. I don't know how I kept my flame, but somehow I managed to do 200 activities in that day, and I think I'm the only one who was active in the squad. So the squad activity matches my activity, which is quite funny. I think the squad got about 397 activities, but I was very not active. But whatever happened, we somehow ranked two spots. So that's how I know that it's not down to your daily activity. Because I was like, how are we ranking? I'm like, squad, where are you? I don't know if you guys remember that post. Like, where is everyone? Like, where you gone? Like, I'm
Wow, it was
here.
that
Like,
day. We were
Yeah,
and
all
I
I
remember
standing
that.
out.
And I still ain't even posted my haircut. I've not posted a song. I've not. And it's the thing. You have to. When you're posting in your community, one of the things I want to share with you is that some of you may feel a bit like you're like, oh, I've run out of posts, depending on the community that you have. Have you ever thought about going through the pages to see what hasn't been seen and then repurposing it by reposting it again? That's what I do from time to time. Or I might just do a Kevin Hart gif. If you know who Kevin Hart is, the comedian, I'll just stare at the screen.
But do
No,
you know that if you comment on an old post, it pushes it forward, so you don't
that
have to repost it.
Yep, you can do it that way as well. You can. Sometimes I feel a bit like, oh, do I really want to do that? Or just repost it fresh. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's true. You can do that. Very much so. Either one you want to do, which one is easier for you? Because, for example, what Iskra shared, say it's in a video. If any of you upload videos on here, it's tiring. I fall asleep sometimes. I'm like, wake up.
I don't.
It's still spinning around. I'm like, oh, come on, man. School, please give me some. I want to go sleep. That actually happened to me when I was going to the event on Friday. Who told me to upload a video that's over 5 gigs long
Oh,
duration? I was there waiting. I'm gonna be late for the event. Hurry up and load. Hurry up and load. I'm just there staring at it and it's just spinning around. So yeah, if it's like what Iskra said, if it's a video, just comment on it, put a GIF on it. No one's gonna say, why did you do that? It's your community. How you want to treat it is how you choose to. Or you could just painfully upload the video again. The choice
I
is yours.
cut them up into small. I use this app that cuts them up into logical pieces. And then if I have something in a like something that's really long, it might make them like 5 or 6 videos, but they go in succession. So they're only but so long and they load quicker into Skool that way.
Yeah,
Which
That's
one?
yeah.
very clever, yeah.
That is a good idea. And you got when you're uploading videos into the community, what I've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've definitely noticed it. Not sure if it's just my internet,
I
but
got to show.
when you upload it natively, it takes longer to upload. But if you do it in the community, lovely scenery. If you do it into the into your classroom, once the video is going into processed, you can save it and it will just carry on doing its thing in the background, which is pretty cool. They've
Oh,
up, they've
that's clever. You know that this 2-minute video that I posted today and you commented on it, I had to do it 4 times because I start uploading it and then I do something and the screen goes off on my phone and then error and I have to start again.
But I don't know if you saw, a couple of people commented today in Schoolers that they've been having a lot of hiccups the last 2
Yeah,
weeks with school.
absolutely. We tried today how many times with Andrew? It was so funny. It was
yeah.
4 times. There were 4 Andrews on my screen. We had a
Well,
go.
they said with school news last week that because of the fact that they've had such an influx on how many people have joined school, from how like they've had such an influx from like 4 years ago compared to 4 years ago to every 2 weeks now, that
Mhm.
they're having so many hiccups that they're going to have bouts of problems. So just have grace with them because they're trying to upload the system as much as possible, but they're running
Mhm.
into a lot of hiccups. That's what
Yeah,
they
They
it's
said last
normal.
week with the school news.
they had
So
like I don't know if you watch the numbers of scholars that come. I look at the
I
numbers.
saw. Yeah, they grow.
It's
Then
Twenty
it
crazy.
grows
thousand,
again.
roughly over like 20,000 in
190.
7 days.
Damn,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
20,000
Some
people are schools up and on the Skool platform.
Because I don't know if you remember, it was saying at one point 168, and then it was like 167. Because I keep watching the school and how many members are in scholars. So
School is
unless they're kicking
190
people
right
out,
now.
unless they're banning people by the buckload, it's growing. Because like sometimes I look at it, I'm like, did they just kick that many people out? Because they do after a while. Some people do get banned from scholars for
Yeah.
posting quite a
But
lot.
it's not just that. It's also like I have 4 communities at the moment. So for these four
Good.
communities, like in my newest community, which is in Bulgarian, I'm expecting to bring new people who are from outside the platform.
Mm. And you know, one of the
So
other things, what's that?
No,
You're
no, no.
moving
This is
people
what I
from.
wanted to say, that we have 180 or 190,000 schoolers. Some of them are without active communities, but others have multiple communities with many people. So,
That's true. That's very true. That's a very good point. And one of the things I wanted to say regarding the whole thing with the communities, that number of people coming on in, there's a lot of people that are coming into schoolers, and the reason why I'm mentioning schoolers is very, very valid point. Because like this is what I mentioned earlier today. I'm sure I mentioned it. Was it today? No, actually, no. I didn't mention it in the call, so I'll mention it now. Where do you feel that you can go to for your community to see you on School? Probably someone's going to get that one right.
In schoolers.
Yep, exactly. That's where you find the lurkers. The ones that are not active in your community, you would most of the time you usually find them in schoolers. And the thing is, one of the things I would like to share with you all is that I don't know if I'm not sure many of you do this. I don't think any of you do this actually on the call right now, but some of you, not you as such, but just you in general, when you're posting into other communities, do you feel the need? Do you think that it's a good idea to post the same thing, the same post in every single community that you're in?
No.
No,
I mean, some,
I don't. But if I do, I'll switch up the verbiage.
Thank you.
If I do pick a certain set of groups that I'll post in, and it has to be relevant to that group. So yeah.
hi Serena,
Hey, hi.
good to see you.
How are
So
you?
fantastic, thank you. How are you? All the way in the school headquarters. You've travelled.
I know. They don't allow me to have my logo. I don't know why they're changing that. So
Uh,
I hope I chose this.
yeah, it's very glitchy
I
today. Right, there was
know. I
4 of
know.
me earlier.
Yeah, I don't like it, but yeah, I'm waiting to see if I can add my logo again. Otherwise, I think I will just leave my real background. Makes sense?
Yes, 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 yes. Makes sense.
I
So
don't
we're
like.
just
Yes.
what? So funny. Do you know what? So one of the places you want to be posting is in schoolers, and the thing is with schoolers, there's a compliancy that you have to match. And I know it sounds kind of like, what kind of training is this? What's he talking about schoolers for? Well, I've got a ChatGPT prompt that makes you fully compliant to
Mhm.
post in schoolers, believe it or not. So your posts don't get deleted. So I don't know how. I know some of you've got it, and I know
It's
a few. Some,
amazing.
yeah. Oh, it's working for you. Fantastic. Good to know. Like I didn't use it yet. Was it today or yesterday? Hold on. I didn't use it today, and my post got deleted. So yeah, yeah. If you don't,
I could just say, since sorry to butt in, Andrew, but
no, that's
since you
fine.
gave it
I'm
to
finished.
me, I have used it now 3 times, and not one of those posts got deleted. And actually, the first one I did with it, I got the most comments ever on School, which was 43 comments. I don't know even how many likes. I haven't looked at it yet, but it was a post that I used actually as advertisement in some of the other communities where you can advertise your community. Um, where Sam spoke about the 10 loyal customers you need to have on Monday's call. And I
Yes,
asked the I really thought, listen, let's just now test the limits of this. It was written originally more as an advertisement type of thing to use. Most of you probably know classifieds
yes.
in there, and also in my own Nexus community. And I put it in there and I said to it, listen, now you need to do it for schoolers, no branding, all the things, blah, blah, blah. And it ended up being the post I've put on schoolers that I've ever had the most comments on. So I
Wow,
must really say that the 43 comments on there for me was huge.
wow. Congratulations, man. And when you go back to it, it's just going to keep on growing.
I think so, yes, definitely. So I must say that thing works amazing.
That's fantastic to know. And how many of you love social media and want to be on every single platform? Any of you? Just wave your hands up so high as possible. Just wave. You want to be on
I know
every
I
platform?
mustn't be, but I want to.
Or how many of you want to just be on School and bring people into on School alone? Anyone just want to just bring people that's already on School to your communities?
That too.
Iska's thinking about it.
So
I don't
easy.
understand. I didn't understand the question because I will tell
Sorry.
you. I mean, I will tell you what I got, and
Where would you like your
I
traffic from?
so I'm present on all platforms and I see different behavior and different people and different growth. So it's very
Yes,
interesting what type of people are following me on TikTok and even messaging me privately. I'm not that big on Instagram, but also have like stories and reels work well for me there. I have the biggest following on Facebook, and it's really interesting how people engage. Sometimes I just post one photo and I have 200 likes immediately and some comments. So it's for me, I take it as a researcher. So I study these people who I'm attracting, and I see that different behavior, different personalities. So I cannot limit just one thing.
fair enough. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, some people love being on all social media platforms because it gives you, like Iskra just said, a different dynamics of different people and how they react to you and so forth. But there's others that just want to be on School. And if it is this, maybe you just want to be on School, or maybe you want to be everywhere, because I'm pretty much everywhere. But then at the same time, when I stopped being everywhere and I just focused on School, is how I got all my results. But so that shows that you can either do either one. But either way, once the School comes through and they actually put in the actual analytics that you can see where your members have come from, then you'll really know where you need to be, and that's one of the things. But one thing I will say to you, how many of you know about the leaderboard on Schoolers? How many of you know about it? Anyone know about the leaderboard on Schoolers? Okay. So it's hidden, but many people don't even know it's there. But it turns out a lot of people that do know watch it. And when you're on the leaderboards in communities that you want to be attracting your audience, you're showing, you're visible. So if you comment in, which I know all of you do because you're here anyway, you're commenting and you're also responding to other people's comments. You're not just responding to your going and comment. When I say commenting, you're not just commenting on your own post. You're actually going in and commenting on other members' posts, because some people just be like, "Well, it's just my post. I'm going to comment on." Well, you're not really going to get seen. You're not going to be visible as much as you'd like to be. If you really want to draw people to you, like attraction marketing, and you're not spending money on ads, and you want to do organically, then you really want to be making sure that not only do you post, but you're engaging member in the community. And one of the most powerful things you could possibly do in a community is what?
Is this in Schoolers you're talking about?
Just in general. Anyway,
Oh,
It's you support the community owner and they start appreciating you. One of the things.
exactly. It almost feels like I'm at school right now, just talking about this, because as in physically school. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's
We're
so
having a
funny.
class.
Yeah, exactly. We're having a class. But one of the things you want to do, what usually I do is actually we could still do that, but I'm not doing that today. Because one, sometimes if you're not on your laptop and you go outside and you type on the chat in the community, it bounces you out of here, then you miss out on the lesson. And yeah, that's an issue right now. Unless you know how to do split
Mm.
screen.
Another thing that, I mean, I'm coming back a little bit to why I'm on so many other platforms, social media channels, because I cannot leave voice messages on School. And this absolutely kills me because when I'm on the go, it's so much easier just to leave a short message and then receive. That's why to have to juggle with and add Telegram or LinkedIn or WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. Like Facebook has restricted my account for a whole week. Just today, I can start messaging again. It's yeah, it's a little bit of a nuisance.
That is exactly the reason too for me. And that's also the other reason why I have on my actual bio social media account. So anyone that can connect me there and message me. Also as well, because of the clone. When you're not available, a
Yeah.
video is a clone of you. So it's working for you 24/7. So this is why I highly recommend, and I know Angelique was mentioning this, because podcasts. Podcasts are powerful. Very, very powerful. In fact, I'm going to be launching the Born Leader podcast. We'll be going live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. GMT, and I'll be interviewing Iskra. She'll be my first guest, the Born Leader, for 2026. So make sure you're there. It's going to be very fun, and it's free to end and to join the actual podcast.
Did
I
you
was
say
thinking about
7 p.m.?
7 p.m. GMT, yes, on a
I
Wednesday.
love it.
That's going to be fun. So any of you want to be the next guest, please let me know. Just wanted to just put that out there. But podcast is very, very important. Very important. Because of the fact that when someone sees you next to somebody else, how do you see them viewing you when you're with someone, when you're interviewing them? How do you view celebrities when you see them with someone being interviewed by that person, the host?
You borrow authority and you grow your authority and you multiply.
Exactly. And this is how you can connect with a wider audience as well. It's one of the things I've been doing since 2019. I always tend to either do a big event or I do one-to-one interviews, podcasting, which at the time when I started, way back before 2019, it wasn't even called a podcast. It was just an interview. But anyway, it's always changing. They're always giving it different names and stuff. But that's one of the things you want to be doing. You want to be collaborating. You want to be joining school calls. Like when I was saying, what's the biggest thing you do in the community? It's actually doing this, being on these calls. Because when you're talking, even though it's a masterclass and I'm talking about school community, this is still something that everyone is seeing you talking. You're showing up as a leader. People are hearing you share your story or your community or what your community is about. And they're like, oh, I like your community. I want to join it. I want to connect. And you see it already happening. Like, Anthony talking to Iska saying, oh, I've got people for your French Rain community. And this is what happens. It's networking, it's connecting. And I love it. Absolutely love it. And I highly recommend you to do calls. And I know, I don't know if any of you
fun.
Oh yeah, it can be very fun. And one of the things as well, one of the things I've noticed, Sam said is about the coffee morning. All of a sudden, since Sam has spoken, everyone's doing coffee mornings. But if you remember, the squad was doing calls every day. Happened to be not just called coffee morning because I don't drink coffee, but apparently coffee's good. The doctor said it's good. Doctor.
Yes,
Coffee
yes, it is good.
At 10 o'clock in the evening. Coffee.
But all of a sudden now, everyone is doing coffee mornings, which is quite interesting. It's like Sam says, how high you can jump, everyone jumps. But we were already doing calls throughout the whole of the year. We started off the New Year's Day with the 11/11 Summit. Then we were doing calls, as you know, Naranda, we've been doing calls every single day. And then I was like, you know
Until
what?
I got sick.
Until you got sick, unfortunately. Yep. Too much talking, not enough eating, and
Lord
whatever
knows.
else, But one of the things is definitely doing a school call and really having a consistent one as well. And this is one thing I'll share with you all is that if no one shows up, I'm still going to deliver the training. I'll still deliver it. I'll still go through it, everything, talk you through it. It's just not the same feeling, but at the same time, I'll still deliver it, Like Iska joined me this morning and it was me talking to the screen and then just like, and then I
Started the
stopped.
recording. You immediately changed when she joined. When I watched the recording.
Oh, you saw the difference. You saw the
Yes.
difference. But there was still
Immediately.
energy there. But you saw the difference immediately.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then afterwards, we just got a new member that just literally just joined and the green check came in and then he jumped in and I was like, what? Like he literally just jumped in. I wasn't expecting him to jump right in, which was pretty cool. So this is the thing. And I said Iskra needs to stay with me on every single call 24/7. So all these green checks can keep coming in.
Shame.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
you said.
Yeah, I did say that to you because the last call I was on, someone, the newest member joined annually, and I was like, wow, Iskra, we definitely need to lock this in. Green check come in as an annual payment for the year, like 2027. What did it start in 2026? Damn. Okay, chill. I didn't realize, when you think about these things happening, it's absolutely download failed. Well, I'm not downloading anything. Cancel. Don't know what's going on with school. That was a bit weird. Anyway, that was very weird. Not, as far as I know, I'm not downloading anything. But anyway, so this is the thing you want to be doing. You want to be doing these calls, and you want to be consistent with your calls. So you want to think to yourself, the best thing to do is what? Just think of a time that's best for you, right? Yeah, 5 a.m. is great for everyone. Iska's nodding her head, yes. Iska, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m., okay? Make sure you're there. I want to see these green checks.
Okay, so the good thing is your 5 a.m. is my 7 a.m., which is kind of doable, but I sleep until 9, so... Yeah, because I work until 2 or 3 at night, so...
Okay, and this is the thing.
I cannot be a member of the 5 a.m. club. No way.
Fair enough. No, you won't be a member of the 5 a.m. So on a Sunday, I do 2 calls at the moment. 7 a.m. for New Zealand. Funny enough, no one from New Zealand has been showing up lately, or Australia. And then 7 p.m. because I know the community is quite it's a big community, right? Well, we're not that big, but we're global, and we just got a new member that's all the way. Well, actually, no. One of our members is where was he? Thailand, and
Yeah,
the other gentleman that's coming in. Thank God,
he's from
tremendous.
Bangkok, I think.
Um, yeah, Bangkok. So yeah, he's in
Yeah,
Thailand. So,
he's in
but
my community too.
oh, is he? Oh, wow. Okay. So, and then we've got. So yeah, we're quite right round the globe. But the thing is, what I was sharing is, I'm so happy to see some men joining because I was like, what's going on? There seems to be a lot of women in the community, and I don't know what happens because things change. When I first got started in social media, we're talking like 25 years ago, I had a big men audience. It was just men dominated. It was like 70 to 80% men. It was about 20 to 30% women. I used to look at myself in the mirror and say, is there anything wrong with the way I look? Or you know what I mean? That's what I used to think to myself, despite the fact I was happily in a relationship. But the point is, that things change, demographics change, and it's not, it changes. So now all of a sudden I've got it seems to be this. That's why Anne, Tony, I said, look, you should do a women's summit because there seems to be quite a lot of women in the squad, But then I won't be allowed to join. But anyway, we'll move on from there. I can only sponsor it and support it. But the point is that you have to be conscious of the fact that people in your community, you want to find out what time is suitable for them, do a poll, and then you're letting them to become more in connected with you and more feel like the community is part of them and it's not just your community, it's my community. This is the time it's going to happen. And it seems self-explanatory, but sometimes we need to just talk these things through because and we really want to be consistent with the time. And I know some of us we've got busy lives. Some of us are parents, some of us are fair parent. You got whatever the scenario may be. I was going to say fair babies. Does they call it fair babies when you just have pets only, but you don't have kids?
I
I think it's cool. Yeah.
I have kids and I have two fur babies.
There
Two
you go.
dogs that will start coming jumping on me. I have a question here. Can I? May I?
Yes, please do. Please do.
So with the live calls, there are different approaches and different communities run it in a different way. In some spaces, the live calls are for premium and VIP, and call replays are available. Other times they're not available. There are some places where everyone has access to live calls a couple of times a week. So what is your feeling? I have my opinion, but I think it's important to also
I think
say.
I think it's important to acknowledge the fact of you having different price plans. If you've got price plans, if you've got tiers, then it's important to acknowledge that. So with what we have at the moment is as soon as we hit, some of you know this, but as soon as we hit February, things are going to change. I'm not going to be so accessible to everyone. I would only be accessible to the premium and VIP. We're not going to be going live randomly like I have been for the whole of January. So one of the things I would say is that if you've got a premium, you need to acknowledge them and give them a call. I wouldn't say so. For example, you could give them like a half an hour call, just as an example, and then with the VIP, you can give them an hour call. But then you need to just make sure that you're not spreading yourself too thin, and you've got the energy to deliver these calls because these calls do drain your energy. Not only is the lighting and then the unnatural lighting that's going, and you're staring at a screen, it's physically and mentally draining and overstimulating at times, especially when you've got more squares popping up over the place and it's different faces and different people doing stuff.
Mm,
Very just visually draining.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, because for my community, I have premium, I have VIP, I have quite some people on premium. So now we will be having our first group call. Yeah, the thing is with the different time zones and all this stuff, but I think this is right because we deliver so much value for free on standard in the stand on the standard plan. And then the people who really commit and want more access, as you say, and want personalized attention, then there has to be a distinction because for some people, for the nervous system, for the needs, for the time restrictions and all these things, just being in the space is enough. Learning passively and being present, even the social learning, the life challenges that we create, the experiences is enough. And then there is this um, journey that we take them in, and there are different stages. So I think this is right, and of course it's different for the different people. Also, as you said, energetically, for some people it's okay to be there. Maybe they receive more than they give, but for others we have to maintain this balance.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. You need to maintain the balance, and this is the reason why I condensed the two communities down to a super group from Gross Good Heroes and Gross Good Heroes Plus, because I had calls that were scheduled in that community that were clashing with this community, and I was like, then some of the members are here and some of the members are there, and it just got a bit too much. So I just had to make a decision, and I did ask, I asked the community both. I said, guys, what do you think about this? Should I shut down this community or should I keep that community open? But overall, everyone was in agreement to keep this one going and to slow down that one. But some people's paid for the year, so it's not like I'm not able to close it down. And I wouldn't really close it down because there's so much content there. But you just want to think to yourself, if you are doing a school call, and for example, your sake, Iskra, and you've got people in different areas, different communities, and you want to go live, you can always put a live link depending on if if they're already a member of your community or they're not. It doesn't make a difference. But you can say, guys, I'm live in the next chapter. You can join me, and and put the link there. And then they click through, they join the community, and they get access to you. If they already got access to you, they just come straight through in the live. And it just kind of like helps you, gives you more.
This is what I did. Yeah, this is what I did when I scheduled the live calls in my main community, the next chapter, and because I have premium members also in Bold and Visible, I create an event for exactly the same time, and I use the same link from the next chapter. So I just tell them that they have to join from this other community because they're a different level compared to the next chapter.
Thank you. And the other thing as well, for those of you listening to this, think about it. If you was on TikTok and you went live on TikTok, what would happen is if we all joined this live together, every single one of us could be saying we're live together right now. So we kind of do something similar. I don't know if you know this or if you've done this before, but sometimes I'll link up with another community and I'll say I'm live in that community. You'll click on the link. You won't be able to access the live until you join the community. But I'm telling you, I'm live in that community, you know? And this is a good way of actually of sharing where you are and also sharing the communities that you love. So, if you're doing an interview, you're doing a podcast, and you're in the Randas community, you'll give the link to say you're live in the Randas community, and then people could just direct themselves to the Randas community and they join. I mean, when I did that last, I believe, I'm not sure if it's 11, I don't think it's 11, but around about 8 to 10 people joined the community, and that was when was that? That was what do you call it? Circle Flow? I can't remember how they call their community. So many different communities.
It
But I
was the
did.
South African girl on Tuesday. I was on that call. Tasman or Tamsin or
Yeah, Tamsin. It was Tamsin's community, and I believe about 5 of them were actually cold. I didn't even know them. The Overflow Circle. I advertised it out, told everyone I'm going to be going live in there, and around about 5 of them, I think it was around 5. Well, I didn't even personally know them, and they joined the community just to access the interview to get access to me because of how I writ the copy and said what I do and how I do things, just to join. So it works, and it's all about when you are asking people to do interviews and stuff, you want to make sure that they know that you're going to promote it and they should promote it as well. It should be a 50-50 split. Shouldn't be just one-sided. Some people just join join the live and interview and they don't do anything. They just show up. And you really want to make a big deal about it. That's all I'm saying. You want to make it a massive deal. If you're going to be doing something, make out like you're a celebrity and go tell the world. All right, Nora? Yes.
Always throw my ass under the bus. I get it.
Yeah. So who wants to share their screen? Because I want to walk you through a few things I don't believe you might know. I don't. Who's going to
What
share
do you
their
want
screen?
us to share? What do you want us to share?
You're going to share your community that you're happy to share.
Okay. And are you going to roast us?
Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to roast you. There you go.
Lisa, did you want to share, Lisa, or shall I share mine?
if I can, I would appreciate it.
Do
Okay.
it.
Do I open up my School Nexus for you?
Whichever community you want to share.
Can you see it or not?
Not yet. Allow video, allow screen share. I don't know what's going on with Skool today because I remember I wanted to go live and then you guys were in a different room live and I'm like, where are you?
I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but hopefully I'm doing it right.
I'll put allow screen sharing, allow video. I don't know if it doesn't. Hopefully it works. It's disable screen sharing, allow screen. So
I'm sharing now my
beautiful. We have something going. Good. Nice. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is that the onboarding process is that when someone joins your community, do they know how to upgrade?
I normally put it in a post, but I'm not sure how to do it otherwise.
What does your about page look like?
About page, let's go there. Now the roasting begins.
No, I love the logo.
Thank you. I designed it myself.
It says a lot. It says a lot. It says global. That's what
And
All
then
walks of
down
life.
here,
Logo, 19 members. Nice. You've had a sudden surge. Lovely. Okay. A lot of text going on there.
too much.
Well, most
Then
people
down
don't even
here,
get to the. What you want to have is you want to have the most important things about your community and what they're going to get at the near the middle to the top.
okay, then it's probably a bit low because I've got the points down here. You can advertise, collaborate,
I can
share your.
actually give you my prompts, but yeah, it's like you've got all the good stuff at the bottom for some reason.
Okay, so it needs to be higher.
It needs to be, but I do have a ChatGPT prompt that will grill your about page and give you what Alex Amosi would say you should have, and then you can just tweak it
Okay,
how you want it. But I put mine literally. If you go to the squad, it's just a paragraph and a link to upgrade.
I've seen it because you changed it a couple of days ago.
Yeah, because I asked the squad, asked your input. Once again, I made it your input. Everything I do is literally in a way that you guys can you can copy whatever you like to. You know what I mean? I've copied this quite a few times, and I've told her as well. So this graph, copied this, but it works really well. Thank you so much. You know, and I give the credit back, and I always share where I got the idea from. Because like I was talking about doing the intro post, Iskra has hers in such a way that she's got a frame, and it's like feng shui is the best way to describe it. It's so peaceful. It's just like it's the set,
It
and
is
it's
very peaceful. I've seen it.
yeah, and she tells you how to share your information, and it's so simple. It's just so straightforward. So your about page, yeah, you definitely want to just condense it down because you're like, what is your community about in a sentence?
Where community owners can come and share their communities for free
There
and
you go.
advertise.
Is that everything they can do? Is there anything else they can do? That's one sentence. You've got a whole story going on.
Yeah, they can also go into the directory and advertise their services they've in premium level. All their social links can go in there, and then they can post weekly any paid promotion they have in their community.
Okay, cool, nice. So, what is your classroom? Does your classroom share the different levels?
My classroom is still fairly small because due to the fact that I had an operation, but here that's where the onboarding happens, here with getting started, where they can see they can post free daily. It's not very long. And then
Nice.
down here I talk about the guidelines that you just to be courteous and things. And then at the bottom I talk about the premium where they can upgrade to. So
Have
they
you ever?
immediately see it.
Nice. Oh, okay, it's all the way down there. So is that a hyperlink?
Yes. There's a hyperlink to go there, yes.
If you copy that link and copy pasted it and pasted it onto your about page, that will be a hyperlink on your about page, and just change it to upgrade to say upgrade, and then
Okay. To
that's how you can
upgrade to
that's how you can simply just create a hyperlink and pull it wherever you want it.
okay, great. Then I'll do that, put it on my about page. And then the other classroom, this one, let's go there quickly, is where I've got my classifieds. You can choose two places where you want to be. For instance, she's now in my community, Jackie, and then you pay
Oh,
when you're under
that's
premium. you I sent them a questionnaire to fill out on Google, and they can send me an image, and it's basically a copy and paste for me to put it in there. They can do at the top first there's school links, and then she doesn't have so many social media links, but then here at the bottom you can put what you prepare to do in collaborations. And then this week I'm starting with my weekly calls, and then I'm going to chat about this collaboration things that people know that they can go and have a look, because the freebies can go into the directory, but only the premium can advertise in the directory.
Oh,
Um, that's where I'm making the distinction. So anybody can go and search for someone for collaboration. But if you want to put yourself out there that you're prepared to, you need to be in premium. And
oh,
then they can also put there their freebies, but you can be under two different topics. Like, for instance, health and business, if you do business also. And then the other classroom I just made now was initially before I had the hyperlink. If you go in here, it explains how to get listed. And at the bottom, there's also the link to your form to get going. So it's still very basic. I'm now working on the next classroom for here to do a bit of training on how to post and how to grow. You need to be consistent. You need to get into other communities, but that one is not live yet. That's what I'm going to do this week.
nice. The only thing I would
So
say to
it's
you, if you wanted to,
mm-hmm,
is especially the other page where it was just so much text, you could actually
yes.
space it out. So then everyone, it's like little chunks, and then you could just click the green tick, check mark, and then go on to the next bit if you wanted to.
Okay, makes sense.
Because what they
And
say it's like a dopamine hit when someone gets, it's like they're clicking, oh, I've completed something. Oh, I've completed something else. Oh, I've completed, rather than it just
okay,
being a whole block of text. Because some people, they'll process it, some will be just like, whoa, and they won't even know they've accomplished anything if they've completed it or not. So
okay,
it's
yeah. To have it more like subtitles. I've completed this, let's say, lesson one, lesson two type of thing.
exactly. And then the only other thing I would say to you is your general, what say, school nexus place for school owners to connect, promote, and grow communities together, authentic. There you go. You got it right there in your general. And your general will goes on discover exactly what your community is about in less than how many, and not a story.
I think in 55 characters.
Yeah. So you only have to add a few more characters in. You can put that on your about page with your hyperlink, and you're good to go. Then people
And
can just
good to
read it
go.
and they know right away what your community is about.
And then I just want to show you something I'm very proud of is my conversion rate of 30%.
And I actually see you're generating some MRR. Congratulations.
It's not a lot yet, but we started
It's a
last 2 weeks
start.
ago.
We have to start from somewhere. We have to start from somewhere. And the most important thing is you are now generating it, and you're only going to get more.
Yeah, it's my premium, and I decided to do the premium calls only for, or the calls only for premium members, because we're going to talk a lot about how to utilize the classifieds to their benefit. Um, and I'm not sure if that's wrong to put that payment gate on my calls or not. That's my only question I was wondering about.
Can you just repeat your question, please? What you're not sure about?
Um, I decided that my calls, I'm going to do bi-weekly calls for now, because with my
Okay.
operation, my energy is not that high, but only for premium members. The reason why is we're going to talk a lot about how you can use your classifieds to benefit yourself in terms of collaborations. And also, I want to make that distinction for them to be a premium member, because then I know they are in the classifieds advertised. Where if it's for all the free people, a lot of them aren't advertising it in the classifieds. So they won't really get that benefit from the call.
Okay, so I love the fact you mentioned that. So what I would say to you is that, do you have active members that are loyal to your community that haven't upgraded yet?
I would say about 7 of them,
Okay. So
really active.
you could either do a gift, a reward, or you could upgrade them for a little temporary thing to say thank you. And what that basically does, I don't know if you know this, but if someone comes in and you bring them in the premium at the rate at the time that you bring them in, they're locked in at that price. So even if you
Yes,
put the price up, they're still locked in at that price. So they're
know.
literally locked in at whatever the price is. So
Yeah,
when you decide
and
to
that's where
upgrade,
MRR from.
yeah. So when you
And now
decide to
$9.
so when you decide to upgrade, say you want to you're going to put the price up eventually, they will stay locked in at the price point where it currently is now. They'll get grandfathered in at that price.
Yes.
So with like, for example, the squad originally was $50 for premium. Now it's gone up to, I believe I put it, where is it at? I'm sure it's 60. But the point is, everyone that came in is temporarily on premium at 50. When it hits February, everyone moves back to standard. But if anyone was to lock in, they will get that price where it was at before, not the price where it's at now. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like a reward when you're upgrading. That's why I was giving you that example. So they're locked in, they're grandfathered in at that price because you've put them there. Also, as well, for those of you that might not know this, but say your community is completely free at the start, and then you start and you say you charge money for standard. Someone can still upgrade as a standard member, which I just discovered recently, and you get paid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either, which is very interesting. So if someone really loves your community and you've been really supporting them in such a way, they can pay, even though they got a lifetime membership. They choose to. They don't have to upgrade or level up. All they do is say, you know what, I love this standard. I'm going to pay the money, whatever it is, just to support you.
But I have a question.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, please do.
Great.
What?
Sorry to interject on your little life lesson over here, but my nosy ass, you just started talking about money. So now I have the free memberships, and I said that as soon as I hit the 50 people, I was going to start charging. So now I hit my 50, thank God, knocking on wood. If you can hear all these people in the background, now you know that why I said I didn't want no 50 people in my house. I got like 50 people up in my house right now. If you hear the background. So now I want to start charging. So I'm worried. So if I put that price tag on the community, are the people that are already in the community, is everybody going to get charged?
No. They're free.
Okay, because that's why I haven't done it.
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah.
I'm accepting new people, but I'm like, shoot, if I put a price tag and everybody all of a sudden is like, hell no, I ain't staying here. I was getting in for free before, and now all of a sudden, screw you. So that's why I was like,
no. They're grandfathered in completely at a price point that they came in at, whether it's free or not.
Oh, okay. That's because I heard grandfather, and I was like, "Oh, let me check in on this question." Okay, that's it. All right, sorry, my bad.
No,
You guys can go back to your lesson.
It's definitely good to know because when I switched my VIP to annual, I had a few eyebrows raised, and they called me up and they were like, "Do I have to now start paying annual?" I said, "No." They looked at what it was at, and it was like 1997, and they were like, "Do I have to pay that?" And I said, "No, you've come in at monthly. You're good. You know you just continue paying your monthly."
Okay. So now,
Miranda,
yeah.
Go on, Elisa. You froze? She just froze. Or did I freeze?
Sorry, I think I froze.
Oh,
sorry for the language. I don't heard me.
Girl, I cuss all the time. Don't worry about that.
It cut you with the language.
Okay. Miranda, I just want to mention to you, I also battled a lot to want to go, do I do premium or not? So when I initially did it, it was just before Christmas, and I said to everybody, we're starting with $7 as a special. It's going to increase. I didn't know how much. I was planning to increase it. And I got I think I got 5 people in immediately because of the urgency and the FOMO thing. And then I upped the price, but everybody that's paying the $7, they are still paying 7, although my new price is 9. That's what Andrew means with grandfathered in. Iskra, I think, joined on the $9 with me. And if I do increase it again, she'll always pay $9. So that's basically what happens. As the price goes up, where you logged in, it stays there.
I love that. I love the fact you're mentioning money. And Iskra's really strong on this one. I learned a lot from Iskra, by the way, on my money relationship. So while you guys are talking about how you're talking about thinking about how anyone's going to be wanting to pay you, I'm in my head thinking, really? But in the nicest way possible, it really is down to in here. So, because at one point I was really scared to put the price up, but after I had a session with Iskra, I remembered where I was at before with the previous community that Iskra mentioned, and it was originally $20, but no one was paying. And I was like, well, someone will pay eventually, but it didn't even stay at $20. It got put back to free. And there was some people paying $10, grandfathered in at $10. And it was like, well, that don't make sense. Because they're now paying $10. Other people's coming in for free. And they originally saw it was $20. So it's like, you're now sending different signals out there and it gets confusing. So you need to just be really specific on what you're pricing it at. And if I could get my good friend Adil Marcy on this call, I would, but I don't think he's available right now because I didn't tell him I was doing this call. But the point is that where you price your points, where your price point is, that really does hit your audience, that the type of people that come on in. Now, if you put $1 for your community for people to join at $1, believe it or not, that's a stumbling block for people. They question whether they're going to join or not really fast. Because at one point, when I was in the previous community, my client, when we put it to $1, it was like breaks went on. No one's now joining anymore. But when it was free, it was so many people coming on in. But everyone had this false promise of that we'll have endless people joining all the time. And I was getting tired. My fingers were getting numb of all the welcoming posts that I was doing because I'm so stubborn. I'm like welcoming everyone in. Welcome 202. Welcome 225. Welcome. I was like, oh my God, how many people do I have to welcome in? It's exhausting. But the thing is, it's not so much about the numbers, it's about the quality. For me, anyway. I don't know about you, but for me, it's about the quality. And that's why I was asking at the start of this call, very, very strategically, how many people's uncomfortable for you? You know? How many people's uncomfortable for you? Because there is a price, there is actually a tool which I need to share with you if you don't already have it. And it literally tells you how much you're paying for your subscription, how much money's coming in, and it will tell you whether you should be on a hobby or a pro plan. And I know for a fact, if you put in $7, it's going to tell you stick to a hobby plan. And it's a mindset thing. And I don't really like the tool because I don't believe in the tool. I was like, rubbish tool. I ain't using it. Probably why I haven't really even brought it to your attention that much. I did give it to you in the squad. I did post it, but I didn't put alarm bells on and say, guys, use the tool. But it's good because it kind of gives you an understanding of where you're at. Oh, it's 3:30 a.m. Probably not going to join. Fair enough, Justin. He just messaged me. I was telling him to join, but it's like 3:30 a.m. in Thailand. All right, fair enough. So the point is, it's down to mindset. Because I'm going to tell you this now. When I put it to $20, I was kind of like thinking to myself, but I'm looking at the numbers and I want to slow it down. So I was like, how can I slow people coming in? Now, someone made a really funny joke about this. D Green from Undeterred Community. And he said, if you don't want people to come into your community, just charge 10,000 a month. I said, damn, you're right. It's a good idea. 10,000 a month. Why not? Interesting. So yeah, why not? So I did actually put one of the communities to 10,000 a month at one point, just to stop anyone coming on in. But where I'm at with this now is I was like, okay, I've already given you phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And this is not a sales call. I'm not closing you down on sales or anything. That's not what's happening. I'm just sharing something with you. Because what you want to do is you want to let your community know crystal clear what the phases are. I hope phase is a good word to use because ChatGPT, I'm going to slap it. Literally. Seriously. So I did phase 1 and I give you a projection of where we're at. So when we're in phase 1, it's between 2 to 500. Then we move to phase 2. Then, that's how I was doing it. So, yeah, something along the lines of that. But the point is, I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because it's starting to feel like it's a sales call. It's not. But the point is, I have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So I'm giving you a projection of exactly where we're going. And this is what you want to do with your own community. So you mentioned about putting a price on the roundup. You really want to let them know what is the projection. So if you have a business, you're going to project to your overall outcome, how much you want to earn at a certain point. Like how much is your projection of the year, your annual turnover. You want to let people know what the projection is. You want to let them know the roadmap. So for example, okay, we're going to be putting price on, guys. For those of you that don't know, your grandfathered in completely free. Rest assured, I'm not charging you. You guys are free. Just letting you know. But you could joke about if you want, depending on the type of community you've got. You could say, hey, but if you wanted to, you can actually pay. Just saying, ChatGPT likes to say,
And
no
I
pressure.
would. And you know
I
I
know you.
would. The
I
way
know
I
you would.
am, you know I
I know
would.
you. I know you would. So like it would say like no pressure. I don't know why I keep looking over there because the lens ain't there. The lens is over there. Anyway, my eyes are going funny. But the point is that that's what you want to do. But the thing is, where you want to be at is that your mindset is really where it's at. So, like, when I was putting the price on, I was looking at how the group's growing. I'm looking at the engagement. I'm looking at where we're at, and I'm looking at the type of people that's coming on in. And I'm like, whoa, no, 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 no. I don't want you coming on in. How can I slow you down from coming on in? You, those type of people. I'm not going to say the type of people that I'm talking about, but it's the point of knowing who your community is. Who do you want to work with? Who's the people? Who's your idol client? So for me, I know who my idol client is. So I'm very particular on who I talk to. And obviously, you guys being here are my idol clients because you wouldn't be here if it wasn't the case, you know? And I'm very particular. But the thing is, when you've got money on the door, everyone can come on in. That's the problem. That's the problem. And
This is what I wanted to say. Yeah. Because there is no filter, you don't have the membership questions. And I heard that even bots are paying, like the people who are behind the bots, they have made it possible to get bots into paid communities, which is ridiculous.
very ridiculous. And this is the thing for me. So like at the moment, I haven't had any issues with bots, haven't had any issues with spam. I'm sure if you guys saw it, you'd be like, no, we're not allowing that to happen in our community, as in the squad. So you're
Mhm.
gonna be like that, you would flag it up. I think no, I haven't actually seen any flags actually come to think of it. None.
Schoolers
I had
news.
one flagged, but he wasn't active at all. And I just I wanted to message him just to see why he's so quiet. And then I see flagged, and then I just removed it. I don't know
Yeah,
whether
well,
it
did
was
you
a
see that
person
in
or not.
Schoolers, the Schoolers news last week? They said that they're now updating the profiles. So when from now on you're going to get the profiles, and then they're going to have underneath the profile picture,
Alert.
there's going to be
That's
an alert. I'm waiting to see where the hell is it going to pop up on my damn
Mm,
thing, because I have two people in my membership waiting. I'm waiting because I'm like, yeah, no. You guys could sit there for a little bit because hell no, I
yeah,
don't see you active nowhere. I'm not
yeah,
letting you into my community just to sit here and just go, hey, can you no, no, y'all can sit there. It's not like you're not
yeah.
active somewhere else. So
But you
I
can
mean,
also
I'm sorry.
you can unlock the chat to happen, much later, and also the post. I have it at level 3 in my community for private
Mm-hmm.
messaging and also for posting.
Yeah, I'm doing that also because yeah, I don't like them automatically DMing people and
Hmm.
aggravating other people in the community because that's not what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing, maybe you have covered that before, Andrew. Like paid communities, they also have much lower conversion rate. Like they have the statistics from I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people, like about 4, 5 to 10 times less than a free community. And
the,
that's why now I have all my communities are freemium.
the conversion rate, yeah. It's keeping that's funny. But yeah, that's true. That's true. But the thing is, what I've noticed as well, since I've put it, some people silly enough to leave, but if they come back, they're gonna have to pay to join. But the ones since I put the price on, it's slowed down anyone leaving. That's for sure. Big
Mm,
time.
yeah,
No one ain't thinking about jumping and playing tiptoe. You know what I mean? Testing to see if the water's hot or not. They're not going anywhere. Like they're like that. Right? I'm not leaving here because and that's the funny thing about it. But at the same time as saying that, let me just finish off what I was saying regarding the price point. So I put the price up and I know who I want to bring in, and I'm like, okay, cool. But one of the things I've done is this: standard is at 20, premium is at 60, as far as I remember. It's definitely 60. It's going to go to 70 at some point, but it's at 60 at the moment. And annual VIP. So you got premium, which is monthly, you can pay monthly, and then you got annual, which is VIP. So it's basically VIP, but that gives you so much more, and it's for the year, and it's $2,177. And I'm like, cool. It's not really much, to be fair, especially when I'm splitting it 50% with you. So I'm like, one, it's not really where the price point I want it to be at the moment, but at the same time, I'm gradually putting up as the community grows. So depending on the level of the activity, depending on the level of people that come on in, that's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. But I'm not looking to have a massive community. We were having a laugh in another community about if our communities grow to 100,000, how are we going to deal with that? I was like, 100,000 people. Whoa. That's mind-boggling, like just to think about that. To have a community that size is insane. Well, I was like, I'll have to obviously hire people in to help me out with that because that's not manageable. So when
Mhm.
you have your price point so low, you have to think to yourself, well, how many people do I have to bring in at $7 for it to even look like my eyes are going to water?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's also, I think, as you said, it's about the right people. Like, the feng shui community. When I first started it, it was at $40 or $50. I immediately had people jump in without any bargain, without anything. I had to kick them out because I hadn't figured out what I wanted to do. But it's the right people join, especially if it's something very specific, if the topic is very specific. Like for this more general communities, you can afford to be free or lower ticket. But all of us here, we are like creating something special. So I think for us, this works to be a little higher.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things I was doing at one point was giving away too much. And then I had a conversation with my good friend Adil Marcy, and he was like, hell no. Just give people, if people join under your affiliate link to build a Skool community, just give them the Skool community masterclass and that's it. Don't do anything else. Why are you giving them
Mhm.
70% off? What makes them, it's like, what are you doing? And I was like, okay, cool, not doing that. But at the same time, doing this, you guys are also helping me out with content for the classroom. Go on, Lisa. Yes, Lisa. Are you frozen? You frozen?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
she's
so.
frozen.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. I've got a question. It's come up now in my community. As you know, I don't really want to mention other community names, but
That's fine. That's
there's
fine.
other communities also that do similar things like me, where you can advertise your community for free. And one specific community, when he started up, I think you're moderator for them, Andrew. He was for free, and now suddenly he changed it that you can't advertise if you're not paying. Um,
Oh,
the basic is that you need to pay. You can't advertise for free like you do with me. And then there's a premium, and then there's a VIP. So I've had people DM'd me out of my own community saying to me, "Listen, um, are you going to change your boundaries?" Now, obviously, I don't know yet because we're small. That's the first thing. Then the second thing that came up was when I made mine $9. The other communities, the one is 7, and the other one I think is 10. So people were saying to me, "Listen, you're actually more expensive than one of them." But I'm at the point, listen, either you take it or you leave it. I don't want to sound snotty, but I don't know. It's as if people are comparing us with a similar, we're doing similar things, but now you're more expensive. Do you think you're better, or how do you handle that?
well, for one, you're Lisa. That's all you need to know. You're Lisa. No one else is like you before and never will be like you thereafter. So what you deliver will never be the same as what they deliver, vice versa. Just stick to what you
Okay,
know and
thank
be
you.
happy. Price it. How's anyone telling you like I can't believe what I'm hearing? That's so funny. Like, yeah, by the way, put your price down because that person's charging this price, and I will leave you. But it's really where the people's coming from. How are you helping? How are you serving your community is what you really want to think about. That's what you want to focus on. You are your only competition. That's it. Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, because they're much bigger than me, they sort of now trying to play me down because I'm
Oh,
still a pipsqueak.
oh wow.
Can I say something?
Hey,
Can I say something?
Lisa. Yes.
This is your
Yes,
advantage. This is your advantage that your community is small because they're more visible there. It's like a premium club. You have to charge more. When the community grows, then you bring the price down because it will be diluted. And now they have a premium space.
wow,
I mean, it has to be 3 or 4 times more.
True. 97,
wow.
90, 90 people is quite a lot of people, and it's still kind of still concise, but they will see the posts more easier than other posts, other
Yes.
communities where there's 5,000. And I'm looking through the feed and like, that ain't got no likes, that ain't got no comments, that ain't got no likes, that ain't got no comments, and I'm scrolling, I keep
It's
scrolling,
lost in
and
people's feed. Yeah, you won't find it when the group is so big.
yeah,
And
exactly.
there's a very warm feeling between them because there's now three ladies that's very into the natural medicines, and they started now chatting in the comments. The one says this, then the other one says, yeah, but I know this, but do you know about this? And yeah, I know about this remedy. That's starting to happen now suddenly in the community, which for me is good, that that they are sort of pairing off people that are in similar areas. So that's true what you're saying, Iskra. It's actually more concentrated focus, where the bigger ones is diluted.
Seriously.
Of course. Yeah, you better be, what was this metaphor? You better be king in your puddle rather than, what was it? Something like in the big ocean.
Yeah,
So,
pool. Yeah,
yeah, pool.
thank
Yeah,
you for
something like
that.
that.
I'm gonna cut the recording and start again. 1 sec.